Hi, welcome to Local Flavor. I'm Deborah Anderson and we're here in Moreland at Aunt Faye's Community Kitchen. It's a commercial kitchen that anybody can rent so that you can sell the products that you make, or you can just enjoy some family time too. So either way, I'm gonna make some brown butter sugar cookies, which are kind of an Amish type tradition. I'm gonna go ahead and start the butter, and then I'll tell you where I learned about these, because I want to surprise Doyle. He loves these cookies. We just found out. So I'm gonna brown the butter first. It gives it a bit of a nutty flavor. And then of course then the sugar cookies are a little darker. I like to break it into little cubes. This recipe calls for a whole box of butter. So I'm putting 1 1/4 cups, which is 2 1/2 sticks, in for the batter, and then we put the rest of the box in for the frosting. Sometimes I wonder, did they decide on how much based upon not wanting to have a bunch of little tiny cubes left? Who knows? But I think it's easiest to cut it just by pushing it through the French fry cutter, because I want it to cook down pretty evenly. But we took a short trip to West Cliff, Colorado. I wanted to say Westmoreland, but I'm like, that's not right. West Cliff. It is way south. It's like south of Pueblo and south of Canyon City, way down there. And it's pretty dry. It's almost, it's close to the Oklahoma border, and it seemed kind of Oklahoma-y to me. And it is a pandemic right now, so we didn't get to enjoy the kind of things we usually do, but we got to drive around and look at the pretty mountains a lot. And we found a little bakery that we stopped at, and it was run by Mennonites, and I saw these brown butter but sugar cookies, and I went, oh, those sound good. And there was only one more package left of 6. And so I said, oh, I better get those. And then as we were leaving, I noticed you could buy just one. And I went, well, we should have just got one in case these aren't any good. But the next day, Doyle wanted to make sure we had some for the ride home. And I'm like, yes, we have 6. And he goes, well, we're going to need more than that. So we had to stop back by and get another package of them so he could have as many as he wanted, but also save one for my sister, who was home babysitting my cats and dogs. So we got to take a trip without our dogs for the first time since 2005. Isn't that awesome? She is an angel. We had adopted some orphan kittens, and so we didn't want to leave them outside with the other cats that really aren't our cats, but that we got fixed so that it would stop the madness. So anyway, I'm gonna brown this butter. It's gonna take about 10 minutes. So while it's browning, I have it on medium-low heat, and it's gonna turn darker and maybe have some little flecks in it, and it will get a nutty flavor. And I'll just go ahead and measure the rest of my ingredients for later. Dealing with the butter is the hardest part about these cookies, because I have to brown the butter. That takes 10 minutes. Then I have to let it cool for 10 minutes in the pan until it's cooled off enough that I can put it in my mixing bowl. And then I have to put the mixing bowl in the fridge until it turns hard. And then I have to take it out of the fridge and let the butter get to room temperature again so we can mix it into the batter. So nothing hard to do, but if you are in the mood for cookies, you're gonna be waiting a while. So I just wanted to be upfront about that. Okay, I'm gonna put our dry ingredients in this little bowl. I probably need a different bowl for the sugars and things, but it needs 4 1/2 cups of flour. This makes quite a bit of cookies, so I will go ahead and just start measuring, because what else am I gonna do while I cook butter? I'll check on it every now and then though. All this butter and oil. Also has oil in it. They didn't taste like they were just pure fat. They tasted really good. Help me count because I think I'm on 2. Yeah. Making a little noise. Might want to reduce it just a titch. Okay, where were we? This is 4. And then a half. It's sounding angry. I need 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So I've got all my flour. Just gonna add the dry ingredients at the end, and you put these in like in just 2 batches. And the dough turns out kind of crummy. Not crummy bad, like you know, not solid. It is a bit falls apart. I like these for cookies because I love that it stays in a large enough little cell that you get a punch of sugar or a punch of salt. I love that. I need a teaspoon of cream of tartar. I know you'll ask me why cream of tartar, and it's not something I understand really well. But I don't think I want to put too much, so I better measure it over here in case it comes flying out. I need a teaspoon of baking soda. I may have told you that I always have a giant thing of baking soda because Doyle uses it to clean car parts, so we buy it in enormous boxes and bags. So those are all my dry ingredients, and I'll whisk these together. The sugars, I think I'm gonna wait to do the sugars until we get the butter back to room temp because this seems to want my attention. See how it's starting to get a little foamy? That's how we know we're getting someplace. It's gonna turn foamy, it's gonna turn a little brown, you'll see little flecks in it. So, as soon as that, then all I gotta do is cool it. That's gonna be like watching paint dry, exactly like watching paint dry. So let's go ahead and take a little break, and when we come back, I'll actually have the butter already cooled and re-warmed to room temperature.
Trust Rogers & Associates Insurance to keep your peace of mind through all the seasons in life. Whether you're cozy at home memory making with your family, on an outdoor adventure with the top down, floating on a boat, or in the middle of harvest, we can customize an insurance plan that's perfect for you. For all the seasons, we've got you covered. Call us or visit us online to learn more today.
It's about caring for the people we serve.
We're neighbors.
We're friends.
We are fellow Kansan.
We've got the best minds working on our network because you deserve the latest technology.
You can count on us to be there with our local customer care.
We don't settle for less than the newest devices, plans, and accessories at honest prices.
We're proud of our roots and excited about the future.
We're keeping Kansans connected.
At Next Generation, we're working to keep kids local, and you can help. Your gift of any amount provides opportunities for high school and college students to experience local careers with local businesses right here at home.
Opportunities for paid internships that teach students about their local community and prepare them with hands-on job skills now, so they are ready to remain local for the future.
Like me in Plainville.
Like me in Phillipsburg.
Students like me in Waukene.
Hi, welcome back. We have been waiting on this butter all day, and now we are ready to make our dough. And I made sure it was at room temperature because it goes easily in the beater. And I just kind of wanted, if you can get a look at See how there's the color of the butter and the speckles in it from the browning. And I am browning the butter right now for the frosting because it will need to cool too. But we don't have to refrigerate it. We just need to get it cool enough to mess with. So if I cook it now, when the cookies are done, hopefully they'll be ready. It will be cooled enough. So that's why this is going, in case you see me fussing with it. Okay, so now I need to put the oils and the butters and the sugars all together and mix them up really good. So I'm gonna do a cup of regular sugar. That was a whole cup of oil and there's like a cup and a quarter of butter. So heavens for Betsy. This makes a lot of dough. So a cup of regular white sugar, and then a cup of powdered sugar too. I would love for you to see the end of this. Hopefully it will be done. It gets so foamy, the butter gets so foamy it goes almost to the top. And then when the new foam that comes up, you can start to see it turn brown. It's pretty cool. All right, I'm back with you. Okay, let's get this mixed up, and then when it's done, we'll add some eggs and vanilla. And we'll probably need this later for our frosting. This is my replacement mixing bowl, the glass one that I broke when we were on our way to Estes Park, and I still can't have any feeling in this finger. And Doyle would not let me get stitches until we got to Estes Park. I had to drive all day with a throbbing finger, and I got 9 stitches. He thought I was kidding. He thought I just wanted to ruin his vacation. It's so funny. Okay, here's a couple of eggs, and we'll do a couple of teaspoons of vanilla. And then remember we mixed together our dry ingredients earlier, so we don't have to measure those out again. Look at that. And we don't want to overmix this. This is okay to keep mixing, but this we want to be a little more, we don't want to overwork it. It needs to rest. So I'm going to do it in 2 batches. Try and get all of it done in 2 half and half. And the dough will not come all the way together. It'll be a little crumbly. Oh, not too much. There we go. Maybe I better do it in 30 pieces. Change my mind. 3 pieces. I just want to mix it in enough so it doesn't throw it out of the thing. Don't those look like they're going to be good? I love it. It looks like it almost has like spices in it because of the butter being browned. Okay, that's probably good enough. Oh, it smells awesome. They smell awesome. Did I lock this? This, we did. All right, so our dough is a little crummy. It's okay. And we're gonna scoop it. They're not real round, but I'm gonna use my scooper anyway. They might be a little more round then. Save this for later. Okay, I have my pan over here. I'm going to use my big sheet pan. And I found these amazing things. You can get your parchment pre-cut, and it fit just pretty good. Just pretty good. So these are going to need to bake let me see, I think 350. Hopefully my oven's still hot. No, 375. So I'm gonna make as many will fit on here and cook them at 375 for 8 to 11 minutes. So I'm just scooping them and putting them. And when we come back, this is still not finished, but when we come back, we'll start working on the frosting.
The team at Homestead Assisted Living is a proud supporter of the Hayes community. Located just west of the Sternberg Natural History Museum, Homestead is a warm and welcoming community where residents receive compassionate care from licensed professionals. If you're curious about senior living options for yourself or a loved one, make Homestead your first call. Our kind and courteous staff would love to show you around and answer any questions you may have. Call us today to schedule a tour of Homestead or visit us online at homesteadofhayes.com.
At United Way of Ellis County, we believe education spans from cradle to career. It is through programs such as youth mentoring, parenting education, and financial literacy that we encourage the importance of education as a cornerstone for success. Access to education allows for higher earning potential and a more engaged community. The path to success begins early, and at United Way, we fight for the community's health, education, financial stability, and most importantly, you. Anyone can make a difference. Join our fight towards a better community today.
This holiday season, it's more important than ever to support our local businesses.
They need us and they welcome our business.
Let's support our friends and neighbors who support us right here in Hayes.
Let's keep our money here in our community. Thank you for shopping local this holiday season. Keep it local. Shop Hayes.
Welcome back. It's time to make our frosting for our delicious cookies. They taste so nutty and delicious. Even, well, one broke, so we had to try it. So I have my cooled brown butter. I hope it didn't get too brown, but it got pretty brown. So we're gonna make our icing with it. And I'm gonna do something kind of crazy, I think. I'll leave it for the last minute. Maybe I'll ask for votes on what you think I should do. So what happened once, Doyle made chocolate chip cookies while I was at work. And he goes, don't taste the ones in this bowl because I accidentally picked up the almond instead of vanilla. And I said, I do want to taste it. So I did. And they were really good. So I think I might switch the vanilla to almond in this, because I just love almond flavoring, almond extract. But I'll wait until I know for sure. So I'm gonna put in 3 cups of powdered sugar with that butter. And you'll see little flecks in it, just like the little cookies. Can you see the little flecks in the cookies? So 3 cups of sugar. Now with this, it might separate, and we just need to keep beating it until it emulsifies. So don't panic. That happened to me with some peanut butter cake once for the frosting. And I freaked out, and I just kept beating it, and it was fine. And that may or may not happen. We will see. So there we have our 3 cups of that. And I also need about 1/4 to 1/3 cup of heavy cream. And I opted to go almost to 1/3 because I can never get it all out of the container. And then we need a pinch of salt. Oh, they look almost chocolate chip from the stuff. Well, that's a pretty big pinch. I better be careful. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. They're delicious. Okay, time to vote. Vanilla or almond? I know. I know because this one's almond. I can't cheat that way. Okay, I need 2 teaspoons. How about let's just do 1 of each. I'm feeling, no. The audience has said no, one or the other. Let's just do it like the recipe says, vanilla, 2 teaspoons of vanilla. I might need to add a little bit. We'll see how thin it is. I want it to not be like I can't pour it on, but I want it really easy to spread. Sorry, almond. Next time, those chocolate chip cookies with almond were awesome. This looks really good. Probably the heavy cream, what do you think? So I'm just going to get a knife and spread some on one cookie. It's got a lot more brown butter flecks than the ones we got in West Cliff. Those were whiter, so just in case, I'm just gonna do one. But it really does look awesome. Let me taste it. Wow, it's super, super good. Actually, the browner now I know the better is, it tastes like a praline cookie almost, except for it's not. I'm gonna taste it with the cookie. It is a pain with the butter to do it all, but it is so worth it. These are so good. You have got to try them. And you've got to join us next time. We might find something even better. So come back next time for local flavor.